Sorry, one more time.
We stand. Sorry. We stand to protect the people of San Andreas, sir.
Exactly. So, word on the street is that three organizations occupy this city now. One being the standard Lost MC. No, nothing new there. And of course, now we have another place called Gorms Wolves MC, if I'm pronouncing that properly.
Where are they originating from?
Pretty much a bunch of goons dressed in purple.
So the ball is on bikes?
No.
No?
He's your standard American white man, pretty much.
Alright.
And of course, the only thing that we're missing here is a third piece to the puzzle. Where is Teller?
He's running a very successful business.
Care to clarify? Have a seat. Now, I'm not saying we should keep a close eye on him, but he's a troublemaker. And I have a very problem with troublemakers. They don't fit into the system.
I've read his file, sir. I know what he's been alleged of doing. But as of right now, he's running a mechanic shop up near the casino, sir.
Could be a front for other activities. Legitimate business license, I'm assuming.
As legitimate as you can get, sir.
Okay. Let's see. His file consists of assault times 4, assault with a deadly weapon, larceny. So back in 2020, he was busted on a possession charge of multiple firearms and narcotics. Did you read that part?
Yes, I did. Which is why I've done multiple safety checks on his. Well, I call them safety checks, sir, but they're to check other things on his property.
If we're going to have degenerates like this in our city, we need to keep a close eye on things. Not saying tail them, because we obviously don't have a warrant. You know where Teller's stationed?
Where you live, sir?
Yeah, there is a new establishment that just opened up down in Sandy Shores. A big old nice biker garage I want to take a look at where these guys in purple are at. Get a car, meet me out front. You're driving me today.
No stress, sir.
Ah, the old Ford. Nice choice. Going up to Postal. It's actually right off of East Joshua Road. It's going to be on the right hand side. I'm not playing games with these assholes anymore, Bradford. I hope you understand that.
I want them off the street as much as you do, sir, but you realize under the law we can't do anything with them right now.
I'm aware. I was once a patrolman like yourself. When I swore myself to be the director of emergency services, I took it very seriously. No more talk. No. Actually, this is interesting. Turn your lights on. Never mind. I honestly thought we were having an issue. That's just not me. My contact lenses are not. I gotta adjust them.
So what's the sudden fascination with Gaz Teller?
For 3 years, he's been going underneath our thumb with a lot of stuff that's been going on in this city, and if this is a fair pattern that when these events are triggered, somehow he's involved. Whether he's being shot at, hospitalized, whatever it may be, it's time to take action.
I've read some of his medical reports. He's been through a lot, sir.
Psychologically, the man is psychological PTSD. Did 2 to 3 tours in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan. Apparently, he's got 2 of them in Japan. I guess he never spoke of, but that was hidden in the file. His last set of issue was about a year and a half ago, outside his residence. He was going to reconcile with his... What am I reading here? His ex-girlfriend did... How do you pronounce this? How the
Silva,
hell?
I believe,
Thank
sir.
you. I don't know how you pronounce these weird ass names. She was found dead on his front porch after an entire M4 clip was like emptied into her sternum.
Pretty sure that case went cold, sir.
And from what the statement he gave, it has something to do with some beef with the Russians.
There's nothing in his file that says he has ties with Russians.
That's what I'm saying. So where's the missing piece?
Or where's the smoking gun, you say, sir?
Yep, then there's that.
But I thought the SOA was... They didn't charter down here anymore.
Well, according to what's on the street from Gang Task Force, is that the Sons disbanded a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer, and haven't been seen since. I haven't seen a California patch in about roughly 2 years now.
There are rumblings some former members are in town.
Does that include our informant?
Jackson?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. He's here. He's made contact with them, too.
What's his
Didn't
assignment?
He's going to infiltrate them. Get as much information as we can. I mean, the more Teller can... I mean, he obviously has trust issues. And the thing with Jackson is he believes Jackson died in the back of a patrol car. So that's going to be a hard thing to get over, but we're also trying to get some other former members to tag along. It's just a little bit harder than expected.
What's the goal?
The feds don't like this guy either, son.
We need substantial evidence that the Sons are involved in any sort of gun running or sort of narcotics ring. And what I'm looking at in the Sons' background is that their biggest rule and their biggest law is no hard substances. But it's just a question of how long Teller can withstand resisting a payout that large, even if it means getting his hands dirty with said substances. Teller's done time, but not hard time. Wrong side of Sandy. May I make a left? Or a right, sorry.
Yeah, but guns still carry money, I believe.
Is Jackson able to get anything out of him?
Not yet. We're hoping this weekend he gets more infiltrating done and actually starts the charter back up again.
So he's having an issue reestablishing order. Right. Sorry. East Joshua's that way. I don't know why it's saying east on the map here, but that's east. Never mind, you were going west. Whatever we got to do to keep the illegal substances and weapons off the street, that's what we do. That is our goal.
Well, gun running would explain the Russians.
We need a tie that ties us, that ties them to the Russians.
If you do look at his file, he's never actually been charged with a gun charge.
I'd like to know how those federal gun charges and narcotics charges were just managed to just disappear.
Supposedly some sloppy
On your right.
investigation. Right here?
Yeah, Liberty, what is this? Bikes and bruised tattoos. That's it.
It's definitely a biker spot.
That's it. It's also an open building. It's not trespassing, and we're not violating any constitutional rights.
Is that the new MC?
Seems to be. It's time we had a look, eh? They don't look like friendly individuals. Look at that. I like these new department issued flashlights.
Yeah.
Gorms Wolves MC.
Skeletons never.
Interesting, a 13%. Which means they're not 100% outlaw.
We'll see about that.
Check the upstairs. I'll check the back.
Check the trash.
Bike parts. It's like a party bum up here.
Yeah. Bunch of open containers.
I wonder if they have a I wonder if they have a license to run this bar.
Not the last time I checked.
We don't have a warrant to issue to look inside the interior, unfortunately, so we gotta work with what's outside.
A lot of open bottles.
But nobody holding them, so we can't charge them with nothing.
A bike right there.
Not sure if that would be deemed a safety violation or not.
Looks like it's tied down. That's for the fire department.
That's a code violation for the fire department. Let's check around back.
Just parts in here?
There's old bike parts and mufflers. A ramp? Interesting.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what they're involved in. Oil barrels.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
That's fully open. They usually don't do that.
Wait a second. Notes I received from San Joaquin Sheriff's Department. Records show that there's a Charming, California. Interesting.
North of here.
Our mother charter would transport weapons through empty oil barrels. These are empty.
This give us probable cause?
Not quite. We'll have to grease them up a little bit more before we do anything with it. But now they have my attention.
Yep.
These gas
Our
pumps
wire.
even like...
These are old ass.
Are they sanctioned? But they're old as dirt.
Probably a cover-up for those barrels.
I want to see if Teller's old establishment is still up in Toledo. There's got to be connections eventually.
What about the Lost?
Everybody knows what they're involved in. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out a meth head when you see one.
You think Teller would get involved with the Lost?
I think Teller would do whatever it took to get redemption or retribution for his brother's deaths. Funny enough, one of them was death by the hands of a member of his own organization, while the other one was killed by the mob.
Yeah.
It seems that everybody that he gets close to him dies.
Except him.
Look at this notepad. What was the name of that? There was another one that we put on the inside who infiltrated, made it to president rank. He wound up dead in a freaking on the pier. What was his name? Russell?
Yeah.
What information did he have? What was he able to share before he was unfortunately clipped?
Not much. Not much anything we can legally pursue. But,
What was Teller's status at the time?
pretty sure he was the VP. I mean, we made a pretty good story for Russell, too. Just seems he got on the wrong end of things.
From what I heard, he basically he gave in way too easily and pretty much blew his cover at the time and then wound up a puddle of his own shit.
He was a bad informant. The thing is, we know Teller did it, we just can't connect him to the crime.
All we got on Teller for now is pretty much the word of a supposedly dead man and a dead snitch. Speak of the devils.
Lost MC up here?
They're wearing helmets. That's unusual.
Must be the legal ones.
Maybe.
Trying to remember, the club is still, it's just straight on this road, right?
Yeah, it should be after the stoplight to the right. Second big building. Yep, next one. Next one. Next right. Yep. Nice front. Morris and Sons feed and supplies. How dense do they think we are? Oh!
Well,
And that's why we have liability insurance.
I mean, they gotta think we're dumb. They've escaped us so many times.
Yeah, but then again, how many times has Teller been road rash? This fence wasn't here before.
No. But it's unlocked.
Door is locked. The looks of it, may have sold the building, which means maybe him going legit was a fact. I don't see
Which
nothing
means-
suspicious about the trash.
Which means it's going to be even harder to get him to...
Or he wants us to think he turned over a new leaf.
that.
I want you to do some more digging. Go down to the archives and get everything you can about his family, whether it's his grandfather, his father, and of course Sam Crow themselves, because he's gonna have attachments. And for any of them that are obviously of a different nationality, run them through Interpol.
Gaz Teller's mom, she ain't American, right?
Let's see. Birth mother's unknown. She's not even in. She's not even in my notes. What I understand, after he was born, he was pretty much given up for adoption. There was no record of it. My guess is she left the hospital before they can get anything on her.
Where does it say he was born?
Let's see. Des Moines, Iowa. 1991.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, he's 32 years of age. It fits about the birth ticket.
Yeah, but Jax Teller was never in Iowa.
Unless it was a rendezvous with the Chicago Charter.
No. There was a period of time that...
Unless she visited California and then she found out when she got across state lines.
Well, there was a period of time that Jax Teller was not in the country.
Let me guess, you're going to try and figure it out and get it to where we could slap an Interpol warrant on Teller for illegal citizen status. Come on, you're
I'm
smarter.
just
You're smarter than
trying
that.
to figure a loophole.
Even if we did charge him with that, it won't stick. He'll pay a fine and he'll be out by morning.
How much time do we have until he starts gun running again? Or even worse, making drugs and selling them?
That's the problem. There's no pattern. He hasn't been charged in a gun crime in over a decade. Maybe a little bit longer than that.
Because for someone who we all think is stupid, he's pretty smart. Yeah, all they got Capone on was tax evasion, so we need to find something little.
His father's name is Jackson N. Teller, born 1978. To Gemma Teller and John Teller, St. Thomas Hospital. Charged with multiple counts of gun running, assault with a deadly weapon, disorderly conduct, and accessory to the fact. No gun charges were placed after the year 1996.
Interesting.
Charged again with federal gun charges in 2013. Or 8, I do believe. Sounds about right.
Wasn't the ATF on his father for a little while?
Like a fly on dog shit.
All I know about Jax Teller is he slammed himself into an 18-wheeler and died.
It's funny enough you mentioned that because the record of John Teller shows the exact same thing.
Isn't it funny how Gaz tried to do the same thing a couple months back?
These tellers, what do? They die bloody all the time? Seems that way.
Let's see. And then Jax's mother was, I'm pretty sure, in a relationship with the president at the time, Clay Murrow.
He's that we can get on him. He's deceased as well.
Yeah. Just connecting the dots. The fuck?
Nice.
Brake check, son of a bitch.
Funny enough, Morrow was found dead in a flight hangar down by Stockton Yard. It just so happens that a deal in firearms went totally wrong with the IRA, Irish Revolution Army. Right around the same time, he happened to be very close with said people, but they just managed to just have one argument and then they all wind up dead. Tell me that's not coincidental.
Irish, the IRA, they're considered a terrorist group over there, correct?
Yep. Big federal hemorrhoid. Sounds about right.
Do you think Gaz has any connections with the IRA?
I don't know. Can't pick him up on anything to question him on it without violating his constitutional rights. I want to see this garage.
Garage?
Yeah.
Does Gaz have any kids?
According to here, 2.
Alive, deceased?
Ryan Teller, deceased, died of cancer about 1.5 years ago. And his daughter, Abigail. She's our lovely Los Santos real estate agent.
That's another great legal front.
Actually, let's look at his daughter's business for a second. I'll direct you. When you get up to the first light here, make a left.
Now, there are rumblings about another former member in town.
Let me see, would that be a Mason Anderson?
I only know his nickname. Ghost.
No, that would be his brother who's deceased.
Ah.
Died in a car bombing down in Compton, LA a couple years back between a war between the Sons and the Bloods. How coincidental.
Around Gaz Teller?
Teller, funny enough, was on the same property but was nowhere to be found when the explosion happened.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a track record of blowing people up, does he?
From last I checked, the Sons have a code. Killing members is a huge no-no.
So Mason Anderson is the living.
He has 2 younger brothers, both deceased as well. One was dead by the mob, and apparently one was killed by one of their own in their clubhouse.
Yeah, we kind of know that. Jackson set that up. Whether Gaz knows about that or not, no clue.
I think that has something to do with him not currently having an open chapter, if that makes sense.
Supposedly, according to Jackson, Gaz got the mother charter to open the charter back up, and Gaz refused. Now, I don't know about their code about not listening to the mother charter, but I'm assuming it's frowned upon.
Not unless your last name is Teller. Apparently. According to Jackson's notes here, is that he also tried to convince Teller to reopen, and he completely went over his head with it. Make her right. By the time we're done with all of these motorcycle enthusiast assholes, they're all going to be swimming in a world full of shit.
Funny, we don't have any other gang
There,
problem
on the
with
right.
motorcycle.
I understand.
On the corner.
Oh, I got it. I see it, yep.
Holy shit. How the hell does a young lady in her late 20s, mid-20s, oh wait, no, I'm looking at this wrong, early 20s, able to afford a building that big?
Not without some help.
There's a parking garage down there.
This is a pretty big plaza we got right here.
Oh shit. Big
Now
building,
we gotta
small
look.
parking garage.
Yeah. Now we gotta look into money.
Club finances.
What's Teller's net worth?
Net worth currently?
Yeah.
Let me look at the affidavits. Hold on. His current net worth, $39,440.
Don't have a warrant to look at his transactions either.
Well, there is a transaction record here that showed that he sold a company named Teller Industries to an undisclosed merchant for $32 million, and all he got in exchange, what he wanted, the demands on here was a vehicle repair garage with a dealership and a house that he bought up in Wispy Wispy Sound? I don't even.
Vinewood.
Yep. House is paid off. The business is making money off of itself.
It's a pretty fancy house up there.
Either he really is turning that leaf, or he got smart with his finances.
Holy shit.
Whoa. Hello. San Andreas State Police, anybody here?
That's a tower just right across from here.
This door don't open. I don't think this one does either. Oh, it does. Nice office. Is that what I think that is on the desk? Don't touch that. Don't even look at it.
Uh-huh.
We ain't got a warrant to look at any of that.
I see nothing.
A diorama of the entire building.
That's the building,
Wait a minute, that's Eclipse. That's Eclipse Towers.
yeah. It's the apartment building.
Okay, so there's a current project going on with that. That's interesting. These tellers are either getting smarter or they're getting dumber.
Can you do both at the same time?
Look at that, the casino was just reconstructed.
Interesting. They didn't have anything to do with the casino construction, did they?
Not that I know of.
What's this? New blueprint?
Mini mall blueprint. From the looks of it. All we can do is look at dioramas. We can't read any documents. Hello?
Server room?
Archives.
Archives?
No, archives.
Can't look in there.
Can't get any warrants. We need warrants for client files and all that.
Gonna guess
I'm
that's
assuming
your
that's
office.
what. Yep. Don't need a warrant to look in the office. Doesn't look like she has a family. I don't see any pictures. That goes into the archives.
We know about if she's had any contact with her father.
Phone record suggests a couple text messages and a couple phone calls, but none of which we can read.
For a big building, it seems like a small operation.
She probably just rented half of the building, not the whole thing.
It's still a lot of money.
She has a clean record. She's got no priors.
Obviously, she won't. Where'd she go to college?
Not even a parking ticket. College. Notre Dame.
Fighting Irish.
She's a member of the
You wanna
Honor
go see that dealership?
Yeah. She's a member of the Honor Society. Graduated top of her class with honors.
Maybe just because you're related to someone who's bad, you're not bad.
Well, if your mother was a stripper and your father was a convicted criminal, you got to do something with your life, I suppose.
I just don't find any of this. There's no way you just go fully legal. No way.
In the 23 years that I've done this, I have not seen that go that quickly anyway.
Who do you sell Teller Industries to?
Looks like it, from the looks of it, from what I read, an undisclosed merchant. Doesn't have a name or an address.
Could we find this undisclosed merchant?
Could. I have to make a call to a friend of mine.
Because I'm pretty sure he was friends with a businessman from Texas. One of the big oil tycoons.
I mean, he tried to basically purchase business with Teller once before, but Teller always said no. And I don't think it would be an undisclosed sale if they knew each other.
Who knows? Big oil guy gets found out he's Buying something from a criminal? Who knows?
Without any warrants, we can't go through anything that's basically undisclosed or privately filed. So we're sitting ducks until we can get a hold of that information on a legal basis.
We're putting a wire in Jackson's phone, one that can't be traced by them. So hopefully he doesn't get caught. Getting him a pretty good deal if that happens. So you know, once we start digging around, the feds are going to want to get involved.
We're gonna do what we can to make sure that that doesn't happen. I don't want them having anything to do with this operation, and so I want us handling it.
I think I read in the file somewhere that the feds did open a RICO case against him at some point.
It was a pending RICO operation that was never actually fully executed. They didn't have enough past crimes to attach. Only current ones.
Just... So do we know if any of these MCs have come into contact with each other yet?
No. Not even been a sit down.
It's Auto Exotics.
This the place? Doesn't look like his style.
Doors are locked.
Well, I mean, if it's an owned business, I wouldn't expect anything less. It's well put together, I'll give them that.
You know, permits are legal and everything, so...
Whoa. That's got to be at least a good $15 million in vehicles?
Yeah, that's a lot of money in vehicles, right?
A lot of them look like they're foreign.
Now, boss, you said you've been doing this for over 30 years.
I said
Have you
23.
ever... I'm 20, sorry.
I ain't that old now, come on.
Have you ever seen a criminal change his life like this?
No. I've seen attempts, but not actual perfectly executed change.
I feel like this is an attempt.
These I've only seen in commodities where actually mechanics actually did this. I'll give him credit where it's due. He's a hell of a mechanic. This is a fully restored Dodge Ram, but like completely custom.
That is a disgrace to trucks, that's what that is. Oop. That's a foreign.
Apollo Aero. This car is worth at least $300K.
Foreign cars. Nope, locked. Well, from people with no evidence otherwise, This guy seems perfectly clean.
A little too clean for now. I need to, I need to go buy a phone. Between the move and getting my office ready and everything, I have not had a chance to replace it.
So where'd you move from?
Arizona.
Can't be much crime out there.
Oh my god, it's a friggin' dead zone. You could shoot yourself and the shots could be heard across the entire state.
Huh. What was this drug cartel in New Mexico a couple of years ago that went quiet?
I know Teller had an attachment to a cartel leader at one point, but he went quiet.
I think this was different. Supposedly a chemistry teacher was running it.
And now drugs are falling into the hands of students. Because their teachers are running drug... You know, that reminds me of that show... What do they call that? Breaking Bad? Wasn't the old guy like a professor or something?
Yeah, chemistry teacher.
Wound up with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
In order to pay for his medical treatments, he was making dope.
Yeah. So his son had cancer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Genetic or no?
Lungs. Single cell carcinoma.
Okay.
Why?
Maybe Gaz has cancer and he's desperate.
The only family genetic disorder that I could come across in his family history is a history of heart disease.
Well, I think that's stopping him. Gaz Teller. How many times has he been married?
That's a damn good question. One?
Once.
Never married the second person. Actually, no, twice. The second one, I guess, apparently was a closed divorce. It was never publicized.
Nothing makes sense in this guy's life. Nothing.
Give me a second. little bit of research here. Funny enough, his record shows no convictions, no weapons license, no business license accurate, and no warrants. Interesting. Who flushed his record?
Can we see who flushed his record?
It'd be interesting to kind of know who did. Wait a minute, I have no money. Playing games with me. I got money. I have an ATM now. I have a bank card. I do not. Son of a gun. Oh, whatever. If he's gonna sell me anything. Maybe up to the bank, I'll go and grab a bank card and just go from there. Oh my god. Love it how they just see us go by and they're just standing there casually on the street.
They do what they have to. I guess. Nine.
That one that's doing the same thing on the corner.
Yeah. That's the least of our worries right now.
When did that gym open up? That used to be a dealership.
Recently. Supposedly the dealership owner left.
I'll be back. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Okay. Back to the store. I want to know the history of this MC from top to bottom. Have the report on my desk in the morning.
Yes, sir. I believe it started as just some war buddies getting together after Vietnam.
I want all arrests, convictions, known affiliates, everything.
Yes, sir.
Dig up what you can on the other two MCs too. Okay, buddy. You're gonna sell me a phone. Whether you want to or not. Are you serious right now? Being a dodgy sucker right now. Oops. Really? Oh, I guess I'm not getting a phone. Guess they're having an issue with my bank, so nothing I can do.
I'm sure it'll work out in the next couple days.
I'll be sure of it.
Where you want to go next?
Back to the station. Not much else we can go on right now.
10-4.
Hey! You look hot! Go figure!
Heard you got some new training stuff going in for all departments.
Yep, I got some stuff in the works. Actually, go back. I think I might have figured. Huh? Go, go, go.
get a gun on you?
Yeah. Dispatch 404, show us responding to a carjacking right off of St. Vitus Boulevard, Rockford Hills. Code 3 priority.
Is that another unit? No, it's empty.
I don't like that. Do you hear the gunshots? There's the car. Where's the fugitive?
There's a bullet hole right there.
Yeah. But where is the casing is the question.
An ambulance?
Sounds about right. There's a bullet hole, but no shell casing. Trajectories on this side of the car, which means the fire came from here.
What's your location?
It's gonna be 7247.
Over.
Get there.
Hey, this individual ran from me and then was hit by a car.
What's with the bullet hole that was in her car, though?
This city's crazy.
The car, she
She has a gunshot on her vehicle.
yeah, she tried to shoot at me. I can't hear you if you're saying something, sir.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay.
So she was shooting at you, but the bullet ends up on her car.
Yeah, I returned fire.
Alright, well, get the scene cleaned up, write your reports, all that good stuff.
Alright.
You see us here, you dumb shit, get out the way.
I thought there was going to be a shooting incident once we pulled up.
At least I wasn't alone. Get back to that store.
What story?
311 County, or 311 Metro. route county corner down to 7247, 7247.
Go ahead and dispatcher.
10-4-3-11, county corner on the way.
10-4.
Buggers were deep in the file.
311 Metro, show county corner arrived.
10-4-3-11.
Sweet. Do you have any?
I never activated my card. Oh, Jesus. Whiplash. Okay, buddy, I think I got my card stuff situated. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we'll find out. No? Guess I'll have to pay cash. Going around the corner to an ATM.
I would like to order General Tso with macaroni and cheese.
I can taste the difference between $1,000 and $10,000 wine.
Get over yourself. Huh? No, we dropped off the check.
Go ahead and assist with
I
that
thought the new rate
carjacking if you
didn't
can get
start
to
till
it,
next month.
and just make sure you have that report on my desk.
Can we just add it to next month's payment?
The Suns ain't walking this time around.